Which of the following is used to recall cardinal directions by the sentence never eat soggy wheaties? C. Mnemonic device. International boundaries are marked in pink color codes. Projects are drawn to maintain the all of above shape area directions. Aerial photographs were taken by Felix Nader in 1858. GPS technology has tremendous applications in mobile phones, watches, ATMs. To all of these, consider the given statements and choose the right option given below. Assertion A. GNSS promotes the safety and convenience of transport. GNSS applications are used in tracking or mapping vehicles, ships, and aircraft. Answer A. Both A and R are true. R explains A. Statement 1. Surveying is done to measure the angle, direction, area, height, and distance of an object. Statement 2. A topographical map is the technique of meteorologists to display all the weather data. A. Statement 1 is true, second is false. Match the following. Azimudal, polar projection, light blue, water towers, travelogue, tourist map, Egypt, rope stretchers, Felix Nader, journalist. The first ancient Greek to draw a map of the known world. It is for this reason that he is considered by many to be the first map maker, the first cartographer. Who is a cartographer? A cartographer is one who measures, analyzes, and interprets geographical information to create maps and charts for political, cultural, and educational purposes. Mention the three types of a map symbols. Point symbols, buildings, drinking tanks, trigonometrical beacons. Line symbols, railways, roads, power lines, telephone lines. Area symbols, cultivated lands, ponds, orchards, and vineyards. What is the longitudinal and latitudinal extension of India? The mainland of India extends from 8 degree 4, north to 37 degree 6, north latitude, and from 68 degree 7, east to 97 degree 25, e longitude. Here degree and minutes. Mention the disadvantages of remote sensing. It is difficult to prepare large-scale maps from obtained satellite data. The technique is very expensive of small areas requiring one-time analysis. Mention the advantages of GIS. The advantages of GIS are: map produced by GIS analysis can be used to pinpoint problem areas. GIS find its strongest use in resource management, telecommunications, and urban and regional planning. GIS helps in planning the land use requirements. The local government use GIS for taxation and planning. What is the use of a legend in a map? The legend of a map helps to understand the map details which are placed at the left or right corner at the bottom of the map. What are the three methods of projection? The three methods of projection are: projection on the surface of a cylinder, projection on the surface of a cone, projection directly onto a flat plane called planar or zenithal or azimudal projection. Define geoid. The actual shape of the earth is termed geoid, which is an oblate spheroid. What are the advantages of Bhuvan? Bhuvan, due to 3D rendering, gives the impression of moving through real space through the entire globe by either entering the names of place or coordinates. Students can use Bhuvan to understand subjects ranging from sciences to history of places. Bhuvan was tremendous use of scientists, academicians, policymakers, and the general public. Sensors in the satellite record the reflected and emitted radiation. Each surface or object possesses in a characteristic spectral signature, a unique pattern of reflecting light. The energy recorded by the sensor had to be transmitted to a ground station where the data are processed into an image. The processed image is interpreted either visually by human interpreters or by computer-aided techniques called digital image processing to identify and distinguish between the different spectral signatures to get information about objects' places. Finally, we understand and apply the extracted information in mapping the area or assist in solving the particular problem. Write a detailed note on maps. A map is worth 1,000 words. Mapping skill are the basics to understand a map and to interpret the area depicted. A map is the basic tool of a geographer. It illustrates the Earth's surface clearly and effectively through the combination of drawings, words and symbols. Thus, maps form an integral part of teaching geography. A map is a location guide. A map is defined as a miniature image of the three-dimensional Earth's surface or any flat surface. Maps can show a whole or part of the world. Maps are drawn to a scale and direction. Maps have legends to explain the meaning of symbols and colors used on it. The art of map making is called cartography. Explain about conventional signs and symbols. Mention any 5 conventional signs and symbols. Conventional signs and symbols are standard symbols used on a map to convey a definite meaning. The topography map contains a variety of information about physical and cultural features. Their features are shown by using signs and symbols in various colors. Conventional signs and symbols: PO, post office; RH, rest house; IB, inspection bungalow; equal sign, cart track; square, temporary hut. Explain the Global Navigation Satellite System GNSS. In the 21st century, GNSS has become a part of our lives to promote the safety and convenience of transport. Global Navigation Satellite System GNSS is a satellite system connected with a small electronic receiver or tracker to locate, monitor and track a user's vehicle whenever in the world. It can also set up instant alerts when a driver of a vehicle speeds or deviates from a particular area. GNSS applications are used in tracking or mapping vehicles, ships and aircrafts. A group of satellite space segment working with a network of ground stations control segment provides location data. The receiver user segment converts satellite signals into location, speed and time data. Examples of GNSS: Europe's Galileo, USA Navistar, Global Positioning System GPS, Russia's Global Nagastyanaya Sistema GLONASS, China's Beidou Navigation Satellite System, India's NAVIC Satellite System. Open bracket, close bracket, open bracket, close bracket. Explain the Geographical Information System GIS. Geographic Information System is a computer-based tool for managing a large amount of data collected for a given geographic region through remote sensing, GPS and other sources. The Geographic Information System is a combination of computer hardware, software, geographic data and a personnel. G stands for geographic, a particular area. I stands for information, -- facts in order. S stands for system, -- arrangement. GIS was first recognized in the late 1950s by Walter Tobler and Roger Tomlinson, Canada. Prime examples of importing GIS for public welfare are Google Maps, Yahoo Maps and Google Earth. The key ingredient is location. We must have a coordinate, an address or a distance from a known point that helps us to link the information to a location on a map. Each type of data of an area is stored as a separate layer of the map. In GIS, layers may be used sometimes and removed according to need. Examples are hospitals, schools, water bodies, parks and ATMs. The computers can create maps showing any combination of data. Unit test. Time 40 minutes. Marks 25. 1. Choose the correct answer. 1. Which one of the following maps show as a very large area with less details? 2 into 1, 2. A. Large scale. B. Thematic. C. Physical. D. Small scale. 2. GPS consists of a constellation of dash satellites. A. 7. B. 24. C. 32. D. 64. Second one. Consider the given statements and choose the right option given below. 1 into 1 is equal to 1. 1. Assertion. A. The points at which the vertical and horizontal lines of the grid intersect are called coordinates. Reason are: the lines that run horizontally and vertically are called northings and eastings respectively. A. Both A and R are true. R explains A. B. Both A and R are true. B does not explain A. C. A is true, R is false. D. A is false, R is true. Match the following. 5 into 1 is equal to 5. 1. The earth and size of mapping USA. 2. Light blue geoid. 3. Actual shape of the earth rope stretchers. 4. Egypt water towers. 5. Navstar cartography. Give reasons. Fourth one, and the third one. 1. Satellite imagery stimulate map making. 2. Great references are essential to find the exact location of places on a map. 2 into 2 is equal to 4. Distinguish between the following. 2 into 2 is equal to 4. Fifth one. 1. Globe and map. 2. GIS and GPS. 6. Answer in brief. 2 into 2 is equal to 4. 1. Define remote sensing. 2. Mention a few surveying instruments. 7th. Answer in a paragraph. 1 into 5 is equal to 5. 1. Write a note or directions with the relevant diagram. Answer key. 1. Option D, small scale. 2. Option B, 24. Second, A. Both A and R are true. R explains A. Third one. 1. E. 2. D. 3. B. 4. C. 5th A. What are the color codes used with map symbols? Brown. Land on earth features, counter lines, eroded areas, prominent rock outcrops, sand areas and dunes, secondary or gravel roads. Light blue. Water features canals, coastlines, dams, lakes, marshes, swamps and levees, ponds, rivers and water lowers. Dark blue. National waterways. Green. Vegetation features, cultivated fields, golf courses, nature and game reserve, boundaries, orchard and vineyards, creation grounds, woodland. Black. Construction features, roads, trucks, railways, buildings, bridges, cemeteries, communication towers, dam walls, excavations and mine dumps. Telephone lines, power lines, wind pumps, boundaries. Red. Construction features, national arterial and main roads, lighthouses and marine lights. Pink. International boundaries. 3. What is the use of surveying? Surveying is done to measure the angle, direction, area, height of a distance of an object or place in the surface of the earth using instruments. Surveying techniques are used to obtain the field data and to prepare maps. A knowledge of surveying helps one in making map, particularly in the preparation of physical maps. Geographers mainly use chain, prismatic compass, plane table, dumpy level, Abney level, clinometer, theodolite, total station and GNSS to measure the distance, angle, altitude and position of this area of survey. Explain about Bhuvan. Answer 1. Bhuvan, Sanskrit for Earth, is a free internet-based computer application launched by the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO on August 12, 2009. It enables visualization of Indian remote sensing IRS images taken over a year ago by ISRO's 7 satellites including Cartosat-1 and Cartosat-2. Using Bhuvan connected to internet, one can explore places of interest, scenes of events in the news or parts around the world they may never visit in person by either entering the names of places or coordinates, latitudes and longitudes. Hyphen. Open bracket, close bracket. Bhuvan has tremendous uses for scientists, academicians, policymakers and the general public. 5. Explain the process of remote sensing. Remote sensing. The EMR, electromagnetic radiation or solar radiation, is the primary source of energy for remote sensing. Sunlight travels from the sun through the atmosphere before it reaches the Earth's surface. In the atmosphere, the sun rays are not obstructed by any object. When solar radiation falls on the Earth's surface, some of the energy is absorbed, while some is transmitted through the surface. The rest is reflected. Surfaces naturally emit radiation in the form of heat. Remote sensing can be either passive or active. Explain. Remote sensing can be either passive or active. Active systems emit their own source of light energy, such as radar. Passive systems depend on sunlight as energy source. Give reasons. Conventional signs and symbols are standard symbols used on a map. A map is a global language and it needs to be drawn according to the international standards. Conventional signs and symbols are standard symbols used on a map and explained in the legend to convey a definite meaning. These are shown by using signs and symbols in various colors so that the clarity of the map is maintained. Surveys help to prepare physical maps. Surveying is done to measure the angle, direction, area and height and distance of an object or place on the surface of the earth using measure instruments. Surveying techniques are used to obtain the field data and to prepare maps. Hence, knowledge of surveying helps to prepare physical maps. Distinguish between the following: airborne remote sensing and spaceborne remote sensing. Airborne remote sensing. Number 1. In airborne remote sensing, downward or sideward looking sensors are mounted on an aircraft to obtain images on the Earth's surface. Spaceborne remote sensing. In spaceborne remote sensing, sensors are mounted on board a spacecraft, space shuttle, or satellite orbiting the Earth. Second, an advantages of airborne remote sensing is the capability of offering very high spatial resolution images, 20 cm or less. At present, there are several remote sensing satellites proving imagery for research and operational applications. Answer in paragraph. Write a note or projection. A map projection is a way of showing the spherical shaped Earth on a flat piece of paper. Consider a clear globe with latitude and longitude signs and the outlines of the land masses on it. Suppose there was a light bulb inside the globe. If you wrap a piece of paper around the globe and turn on the light bulb, the outlines of the grid and land masses would be projected onto the paper. Map projection is defined as the transformation of spherical network of latitudes and longitudes on a plane surface. Projections are drawn to maintain the shape, area and directions. The three methods in widest use are as follows: projection on the surface of a cylinder, projection on the surface of the cone, projection directly onto a flat plane called planar or zenithal or azimuthal projection.